The eastern suburbs of Sydney is an idyllic location, close to the city and close to the beach. The house we are about to visit is perfectly placed in Bondi Junction, but it wasn't always perfect. Bessie is with Robert from Cape Cod to find out the story of this recently renovated home.
It was a small home for the area, and our clients decided that they wanted to create some greater living spaces and some bedrooms. So we went about trying to put something together that would both meet council and client requirements to get where we are today.
This was an original workers' cottage from around the early 1900s. Except for the foundation, the bones of the house and the doors, not many other original features remain. But the team at Cape Cod have stayed true to the original style, not only to comply with council regulations, but also because of a want from the owners and a love from the builders to keep that traditional charm.
Walking through those gorgeous original doors of this home that is how old?
Probably close to 100 years old.
100 years old.
So you wouldn't be able to put an exact date on it, but it'd be at least 100 years old.
But it doesn't look 100 years old now, does it?
No, not now. However, there's been a lot of changes that's happened over the last 100 years, and certainly the makeover has allowed us to restore everything back to its original glory.
The old and the new blend seamlessly inside, and everything that needs to be has been given a modern touch.
The front area of the home, was, which was the original part, was a couple of bedrooms at the front, a bit of living space at the back, and even where we're sitting now is not part of the original home back then. But it certainly just flows. So being able to convert the front area into the living space that we have, which is quite formal, but gives it a really original feel, and then moving into this back area, which is a great size living space for this area particularly, where homes are quite small. There's not a lot of space to work with, so you've got to do the best with what you've got.
It's such a great style that the home has got. It's got a very modern feel to it, but it's also quite eclectic.
Sure.
Great textures on the walls again, and I love the tiles as soon as you walk in. Give us some favourite features.
Favourite features? I mean, I always love living spaces because it's really that's where family life revolves around. But it's also important to actually have some separate places where I often find housing different times of the year and different stages in the family's life creates different places. So whether it be study areas, whether it be just living spaces like this, whether it be bedroom space where kids need to grow up and to find their own private areas.
I love the choice of tiles in the living area and in this kitchen area.
Yeah, well, the travertine's timeless. I mean, it's just a wonderful product that's got a life of its own. And a lot of the travertine at the back there is all the original. When I say original, was here already before we started the work. This little area that we're in now was a little bit of an extension that we've actually then been able to cut into and extend that travertine. It'll age in time, which is one of the tricks of any good building, to make it look like it's always been.
You've done this before, haven't you?
A couple of times. I think there's this real space for being able to enhance a home, but keep some of its original features. It's got a story to tell, and for years to come, that story will continue.
We found Cape Cod pretty early, obviously in the process. They ran the whole thing from start to finish, dealt with council, all the plans and everything end to end. It's a very complicated process, right? So that was exactly what we wanted. We don't have the experience of doing all that, so that was really helpful. And then the actual build, I didn't have to come on site really ever. They said, just you stay away, we'll do everything, we'll call you when you need to, which is exactly what happened. And it just ran very smoothly for us. It's a big stressful project, but given that it's stressful, they couldn't have been better to deal with in terms of just de-stressing it.
It's really nice to work with people who know what they want, but who are also prepared to listen to and get good advice. And really, we talk about relationships and respect for whether it be the space or the individuals. If we're respected as builders, designers, and we respect what the client's needs are, together we usually end up getting something that works really, really well.
Through additions and alterations to the numerous renovations of the past, they managed to get the house flowing, maximised the natural light, and increased the energy efficiency of the home. Cape Cod have done another great job here under challenging circumstances. The outcome is a home that these owners will be enjoying for a long time to come.